Hey team, this video is for visual techs and music techs who are kind of new to it, or you're worried about staying on for the season, you're worried about getting hired for the next season, or you're just looking to be as effective as possible. Number one piece of advice is get off the sideline. Get away from the band directors. Get away from the other staff. If there's two staff members on the field and you're both on the same side of the field, time and money is being wasted. The directors have the bird's eye view. They're seeing everything. We have what are called hierarchically weighted needs. So up top, we're seeing, are we getting the general idea of how the pieces come together? Does it seem like most of the students are understanding the count structure? You're there to say the things like, hey, make sure you step off with the left foot. It would be ineffective for the directors in their position to make that comment in front of the entire program when you could make it to that one student. The second piece of advice, your goal is to give at least one student feedback every single rep and to do it in 5 seconds or less or 5 words or less. Between each rep, there's kind of 3 main parts, right? There's maybe check, adjust, stand by. We don't want to talk during that. The students should be reflecting on what they just did. And then the people in the box, the directors, whoever, they're going to immediately give some group feedback. We don't want to talk at the same time as that, but there's this brief moment, about 5 seconds long, between that time and the start of the instructions for the next thing or the reset that you give your feedback. Instead of saying, hey man, that was really great. I enjoyed the attitude you approached it with, but let's make sure that we're always stepping with our left foot. Does that make sense to you? Okay, great job, by the way. Keep up the great energy. Instead of doing that, you could just say, hey, step with the left, push from the right, and run off. Because by now, drum majors or the band directors are giving the instructions for the next rep, and we can't interrupt that either because we need them to, above all, get the rep, get the instructions. My third piece of advice is always, 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 to the best of your ability, stand next to or beside when giving feedback so that you can model it. Even to say, step off with your left foot, they've got to take a second and internalize that and conceptualize that. And if you're trying to show them, then they're trying to mirror that perspective. But if you will stand next to or beside of them and you'll put your left foot out, then you could even say, if there's time, let me see you do that. Take one step with me. Ready, push, go. So when you put all of that together, each rep, you're looking at the student you just gave feedback to see if they're applying the feedback you just gave them. And at the same time, with your peripheral vision, you're looking for those little mistakes to pop out so that as you're running to the student, the new student, the next student, you can pass that first student and give them the thumbs up, the thumbs down, the, yeah, man, that was it, or the great job. 2 students at this time are getting feedback. One is getting that affirmation or negation of yes or no, you did it. And then the next student is getting something to think about, a small thing. I hope that helps, or at least gives you some ideas of how to be more effective as a visual or music tech. And if you want to get hired back next season, just get off the sideline. Enough people one person needs to see it from the top down view. No one needs to see it from the sideline view. I like to say, get down there amongst them. Get amongst them and start giving feedback. I hope this helps.